Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up the video. We need or the like, or the like, or the like, or the like. Run them like all the way up, you guys. Sanctuary. Don't be a weirdo. Smash and dash on that like. Here. We ain't got no weirdos over here. Hit the like, but it don't cost you nothing. Sunday. Work, baby. They're working for you at that. As you're coming in, smash the like feature. Do that only the best commentator. Stop playing with me. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's that? Who's that? Everybody loves me. Yeah. One more all the way up. So all of that. Happy birthday to our beautiful moderator, Women's in Tea. Y'all know it's Aries. Happy born day, love. Can we wish Women's in Tea a happy born day, you guys? Put birthday cake, put the ass in the circle, put some hearts in the chat, put your birthday wishes in the chat for our very own Women's in Tea. Happy birthday, love. God bless you. 100,000 million trillion to billion more B-days to go. And those like what? Run them up. Aries in the hit house. Yes. Y'all know what time it is? Yeah. Alrighty, you guys are boosting the algorithm. Make sure that you guys continue to run those likes all the way up. Thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious crew member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary. Okay. Also, if you enjoy everything that Kane does here, you can always donate to the platform at $ Cash App, Consciouztv, or $ Consciouztv on Cash App and or PayPal.me/Consciouztv. And of course, that's Conscious, but with the Z on the end, just like it is here on the channel. All donation information and social media handles are in the description box below, as well as scrolling from right to left at the bottom of the screen in red and white. My moderators also rotate all links. They also welcome you to the platform. Follow all of their gracious instructions. They don't really be having any. Just enjoy the show, okay? Run the lights up, share, turn on your notifications, and bless the motherfucking Kane. Also, make sure that you have your notification bell set to all. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you let the link. Just let them whores know that we're loud, we're live, and we are certainly in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, y'all. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Y'all want the lights all the way up. All right, what's going on, Conscious Crew? Hope you guys are having a wonderful, 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 wonderful Monday. It is such a gorgeous day. We have been working, child. Thank you, Demarshi. Thank you, my love. Once again, you guys, please thumbs up. It's a lot going on in the world. If you guys missed our last live stream, please check that out, child. We had to get into Mama Tina Knows and her goddamn Gumbo stand girl, which is going through it, honey. Just to give you a tidbit of my commentary on the Gumbo stand drama over there down there to the Texas rodeo. I'm going to give you a little snippet here. You guys can check out this live. It's just one live stream ago. And yes, follow me on Instagram, where I also post content too. Okay, this is just a little snippet. See, I had gave Mama Knows a little advice, girl, about how she could have avoided the FDA and the health department coming down there and shutting her down, and how she could have avoided some potential lawsuits to come. Okay, what Tina should have damn put on the side of her damn Gumbo was a big ass side effect label that read, consuming Gumbo may include headache, nausea, vomiting, death, dizziness, ejaculation, dysentery, cardiorhythmia, mild heart explosions, varicose veins, darkened stool, darkened soul, lycanthropy, trucanthropy, taucanthropy, excess vomiting, hemorrhoids, thyroids, type 1, 2, diabetes, loss of virginity, mild discomfort, vampirism, gender impermanence, gender identity confusion, spontaneous dental hydroplosion, high sugar, high eyebrow, uneven facelift, more vomiting, total scrotal and titty implosion, living with your mother-in-law, and mild rashes. Okay? But enjoy. Okay? That's all she should have had to do, bitch. Why you just didn't put a big ass general warning label on the side of your Gumbo like they do with the Newport 100s. Okay, so y'all check out that live stream. Okay, but we got into all the things going on down there to Mama Knows Gumbo stand. But what we're here today to do, baby, is to get into some trasher coochie, okay? Or as I like to call it, unwinding with no hair in the bike, okay? Cardi B, we got to talk about the Queen of Grape, also better known as Cocaine Alleged Barbie, also better known as Nicki Minaj, the damn third, and all of her drama. Because if there's any time of the year that's going to have the girls twirling about, it of course is going to be under a Mercury's retrograde, which officially lifted on the 20th. But you guys know we have about a week's worth of a shadow period after Mercury's retrograde. And during this time, people go to jail, people go to hell, people get hospitalized, people get sued, baby, all hell be breaking loose. But you know, if you've been good, Santa also comes down your chimney and blesses you. Okay, so retrograde is not all bad. It's just all bad for bad behaving ass motherfucking people. Okay, so we got to get into all the things. We're going to be here for quite some time, so I hope you guys got about 2 hours worth of recess time for your boy, because we got to do a bit of traveling tonight. All right, so one of the things that's happening, because you guys know that Tasha K, or unwinding with Cardi B's coin, or unwinding with no hair in the bike, is being brought back into the federal court by no other than Cardi B, also better known by Nicki Minaj as Barney B, because Cardi is going to need all those financial records. Now, for those of you who've been living out of a goddamn rock or under a goddamn rock, you guys know that Cardi B run her defamation lawsuit against Tasha K for $4.1 million, and Tasha K took to the bankruptcy courts in order to basically organize all of her debt with her debtors, Cardi B being the biggest and largest of those debtors. Okay, now what bankruptcy did was pretty much help her and Cardi to figure out how much of this debt could be settled. And Cardi and Tasha agreed to 1.5 of the 3.8. However, true to bankruptcy policy and stipulation, after Tasha K, who agreed to pay Cardi B $20,000 over a 5-year period, to conclude the 1.5, Cardi can go back in if she wants to, of her own leisure and preference, to get the remainder of that balance paid, which is why it's absolutely nuts that Tasha would spend her time under a 5-year gag order as well as under a 1.5 judgment to antagonize this lady and prompt her to keep her foot on Tasha's neck for the entire $3.8 million. I mean, you have to be something type of psychotic and out of your goddamn mind to already not have 3.8 sitting around in material, in liquid, nor in assets, because as we saw from the bankruptcy paperwork, baby, Cardi B had Tasha selling everything from allegedly pussy to now her Georgia dream home that she had to give up in order to reimburse Cardi B, to also having to give up every pair of her damn drawers, all them clothes that she brought for herself out of the Goodwill and Salvation Army, every hand-me-down purse and pocketbook and pair of stockings. I mean, that bitch had to auction everything off but her damn children, even though she did send her youngest over to Africa to be a child soldier in exchange for those Nigerian witches attempting to cast a death curse upon Cardi B on behalf of Tasha to suspend this whole $3.8 million motherfucking debt, baby. Tasha done threw everything at the motherfucking wall, baby. Damn mess over there. But every year, over the course of this 5 years, that Tasha is bound by a gag order, as well as having to pay up this 1.5, a part of the stipulations to that is that Cardi is able to reevaluate Tasha's finances every year to determine if she wants to raise the monthly quota that Tasha has to pay her based upon Tasha's stream of income. Now, a lot of those records are already in, thanks to attorney Simone Redwine, who gave us a 45-minute play-by-play, girl, of everything going on with Tasha's bankruptcy. And Tasha has figured out a way to double her income, of course, because she got to pay Cardi all this fucking money, but she also has to figure out how to finance the rest of her broke-ass personal life. And like I've been telling y'all for a long time, Cardi B done turned that bitch into an indentured servant, girl. Okay, she's an employee now. And the reason why Tasha is hooting and hollering in the middle of the night while her wife, Sheck, the DEI husband, who's running from ICE in the middle of the night, while Tasha is stressed out with mounting bills, talking about, break the chains, break the chains, God, I want you to break up. Okay, losing her motherfucking mind. That bitch is tired of working, baby. She tired of shucking and jiving every night and day. She tired of working 7 days a week. She tired of having to produce content. Then the bitch gotta sell t-shirts. Then she gotta sell CDs out the back of her goddamn trunk. Then she gotta boost clothes. Then she gotta be a fake ass comedian. And she got to tour. And she got to drink in order to treat all the stress she under, bitch. And she died, bitch. She died. She can't do it no motherfucking mouth, bitch. Okay, so she is just losing her shit, which resulted in her finally reaching for the very thing that she said distinguished her from other broke ass hoes like her who do what she does for a living, like Milagro Grams. When Milagro Scams was out here getting sued down to the ground by Megan Thee Stallion, Tasha was out here saying, hey, don't compare that frog-eyed bitch to me, because the big difference is that hoe has to beg and start GoSendMe's and GoFundMe's and doesn't work and grift. And I'm self-made and get it from the motherfucking mud and I work. Baby, that did not age well, girl, because that bitch launched her very own GoFundMe under the guise that she needs you all under a post-apocalyptic America ran by no other than the president she voted for, Donald J. Epstein Trump, to run Cardi every bit of that 3.8, even though she only has to pay her 1.5. And I told y'all the reason why she's asking y'all to pay 3.8 out of y'all pockets for trouble she begged for smoke and fire she claimed she needed after Cardi gave the struggling wife, damn near single mother of 2.5 children, several opportunities to find her some bald-headed ass business to mind aside from hers. Well, Tasha says, fuck all that. I'm a narcissist. I don't take responsibility for my actions. I'm just going to pass this on to my drunk ass consumers. Them hoes should be drugged out and addicted out enough to not know the difference between their bills and mine. So I'm just going to slide them drunk ass hoes this 3.8, but she needs 3.8 rather than 1.5, because when you saw the list of her debtors, which included Cardi B for 3.8, IRS for a few $100,000 she owes to the IRS, so on and so on and so on, her having to give up her $400,000 home. Well, she's trying to reimburse and get it all back from y'all, girl. She's trying to get her a new home with that 3.5 because she currently is forced to live in a Florida condo next to a crocodile pond. And also listed as debtors are her own attorneys who she has delinquent debt with, okay? She had to pay them hoes out $1 million, and she's only paid but so much of that. So they need their coin. So she needs a new home. She still got to pay her attorneys. She got to pay down the IRS. She got to buy her a new home, and she got to pay down Miss Cardi B, baby. So she gonna need that. She got to have that from Yo, my love. Well, I think we should go back to the beginning because there is a video of Tasha K basically talking down on bitches who have to use GoFundMe, beating on her motherfucking chest like King Kong, following Cardi B serving her up something good with that $1 million lawsuit. And then we gotta, of course, get into Cardi B, who was sick and tired of being sick and tired and concluded that Tasha needed to FAFO. So first thing we need to do is get into Cardi B, baby, okay? And the video that came before the goddamn storm, all right? And this is courtesy of, hold on. This is courtesy of the Maria Gomez YouTube channel. So shout out to Maria Gomez. Give her a click and a view. We're going to do some fair use. And this is Cardi B, okay, who is pretty much putting Tasha K on motherfucking notice. This when Cardi B still had her original face. Girl, looking like Celie, bitch. All right. She just got done smoking a cigarette down to the goddamn filter, girl, with her wig hanging and leaning to the left. Now she hemmed up against a goddamn wall like Ike just turned her every which way but loose, and she's now salivating about the thought of dragging this bitch legally for all of her works. Oh, let's get into Miss Cardi B. And of course, this is covered by fair motherfucking use. Oh,
let me tell you, I don't like people talking shit about people that's close to me. I don't like people talking shit about my publicist. That's like my sister. Same way I would ride for my little sister, I would ride for anybody that's around me. Especially at this point of level that I am in life, that everybody just wants to use me. I cherish my day ones. I cherish them and I love them. And it's always going to be like that. Period. Oh, God, I would delete this shit, man. I don't give a fuck. Fuck is calling. Hello? Who?
Okay, so she probably taking a call from one of Offset's mistresses. So let's skim through this. That's probably one of Offset's side pieces asking Cardi if he free on Thursdays. Hold on, let me skim through this. Okay, back to action. Hold on. How do I be moving the screen up? Hold on, y'all. We coming. Okay.
I don't know, yo. I'm really passionate with people that show me loyalty. Oh yeah, and my boy Schemo just fucking wrote on my shit right now. Let me tell you something about my boy Schemo. All right, so there's this blogger lady that fucking hates the shit out of me.
Here we go.
And I'm gonna sue her ass because I'm tired of her making up fake stories, harassing all of my friends. Like, this lady constantly stalk me. Everybody that she see that I'm close to, or like comment back on the pictures, that she literally stalks them, and then she goes and claims that people are giving her information about me, says some disgusting things about me and my homeboy Schemo. Let me tell you something about Schemo. Schemo is the nigga that turned me hat when I was 16 years old, and I've been friends with that nigga for a long time. That nigga see me going in and out of relationship with niggas, and I see him going in and out of relationship with females. Up about me and my friends. You dumbass bitch. I'm gonna sue you for defamation of character, because it's like, you know, I let the
okay, baby, and that's how you know that Cardi B ass was for real, girl. She said she was gonna sue her for defamation, bitch. Fuck defamation, girl. Defamation. She gonna get that hoe on. Period.
And talk shit about me, but when you talk shit about my daughter, that's when I have a fucking issue with you. And there's the type of shit, like, it's like you be letting these YouTube bloggers talk mad shit and you let it, but when they get out of line, it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna take legal action because I'm sick of people. Like, I'm really sick of people. Like the fuck? Anybody that she think I'm close with, she got a fucking story to tell. Like how you think that I'm close with some girl and then you're gonna go ahead and make up stories about her talking about she's a crackhead and everything. This woman got 3 kids that are active on social media. Like people just want to make up stories about people and talk shit about people, because you know, just using my name, you get automatic clickbait and shit. And it's like when they don't have a story to say about me, they will just make a story up, or they will make a story up about my friends, and I'm sick of it. Like I'm just sick of it. Like it's like, I know I get it that I'm famous and people gonna harass me, but when you harass my friends and talk shit about my friends, and when you put my daughter in your fucking mouth, that's when I have a fucking problem. Because I will bury a fucking block for my child. Bitch, I'll go to jail for fucking life for my kid. So don't even ever try it. And I'm gonna sue that blogger because I'm sick of it. Gathering all my fucking information, bitch. You wanna keep harassing me? You wanna keep harassing my friends? You wanna keep making shit up? Alright then, bitch. I'm gonna take all your fucking bread. Think I'm fucking playing them. So crazy. I hate being famous because I can't put my hands on people. Like, people really be fucking trying me, and I just gotta sit there and eat it up. Like, I'm sick of it. Bitch gonna put a whole fucking disease on me. Like, bitch, is you crazy? I can't.
Now remember,
my daughter on.
Tasha kept spinning the block, pushing them damn narratives that Cardi's old stripper friend and roommate, Star Brim, who Cardi has now made up with, you know, came onto Tasha's platform, said and alluded that the lady got cold sores, and then that led to the narrative that the lady had herpes, and then Tasha was trolling Cardi and getting the winos to troll Cardi under her post, who were going under her post talking about you shouldn't be kissing your daughter because you gonna make her bumpy as hell just like you. So, baby, that was the straw that broke the motherfucking camel's back, baby. When the bumpy narrative started bleeding over onto culture, that's when Cardi decided, baby, she was going to bury the block with motherfucking Tasha ass, baby. And now Tasha K is feeling all the burns and all of the imprisonment of the chains that Cardi B got her motherfucking ass in, baby, my God.
And because you so thirsty for clickbait, you're going to put mad sick shit on me and then make shit up about my child? And then on top of that, I've even seen Schemo, who's like one of my best friends for like 3-4 years, but we always talk because that's somebody that I know since I was a kid. That's somebody that get it popping for me. People be bugging. I swear to God, yo, I really don't like this fame shit. Y'all people is sick. Y'all people is weird. Weird as fuck. This bitch literally be stalking my friends. Like, bitch, you're a whole fucking weirdo. A bitch that's 40 years old and pregnant too. And then all you could do is talk shit about me, ho. Fuck out of here. All right, y'all. That's my makeup artist.
Okay. Now, after this, bitch, Cardi B made motherfucking good on her word, okay? And she tracked that motherfucking heifer down, had another content creator meet up with Tasha ass in the airport and served her ass up her paperwork, and then Tasha got on here beating her motherfucking chest like she was King Kong and God goddamn Zilla, bitch. And this video is courtesy of Kesha, okay? So shout out to Kesha on YouTube. And this, of course, is going to be covered by Miss Fair Use. And this is going to be audio only. We're going to play a little background music here. Okay. Check out what Tasha's initial sentiments were following getting sued by Miss Cardi B.
Fucking lies, okay? Y'all better say this live, for real. For real.
And we saved it, baby. For real. For real.
And I'm tired of the fake tears that can't come down.
And now you tired of the lawsuit that won't go up and off you.
Because of the Botox to look like your face. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I ain't tired of fighting now. Okay, I'm from the streets too. I ain't tired of fighting now. Okay, we fight till God say I can't fight no more. But listen, thank y'all. Y'all so sweet. Thank y'all. I'm tired, and I'm tired. I am tired of this ex-2-year superstar. 2-year superstar. 1 album, 3 singles, 3 features, still bragging about that one album that you sold the publishing rights to because you need. Who sells out that fast? You got 1 album. You're supposed to have multiple albums, not the mixtape, not the albums you used before you got on. Okay, albums so that you can do shows, but you can't do shows. 1, because you was touring the country, getting plastic surgery done, and was canceling your shows here and there because you got your titties done, you got your stomach done, you're having babies. Congratulations, those are beautiful babies, okay? Unlike their men. However, you're too busy fucking up everybody's money. Even fucking up your own money coming from me. Not even seeing.
But as we see, Cardi B went on to quadruple her own income with a successful tour, sold out everywhere, a successful album that went to #1 and sold over 1 million copies, and a multi-million-dollar successful whoop shot line. I mean, the girl has coin on top of coin on top of coin on top of coin. That's why she was able to gift Offset with $2 million for his birthday, turn around, divorce him, and pay his ass millions of dollars to leave her the fuck alone, then go on to sue your motherfucking ass for millions of motherfucking dollars without having to raise a GoFundMe, ask for no motherfucking crowdfunding, and didn't even have to produce a motherfucking second album in order to stay a very rich bitch. So it ain't looking like it was a waste of her money to me, because it definitely ain't tricking if you got it.
Longevity, all you ever see is right here. You can't see past this. That's why you only have 1 album. You're an ex-2-year superstar. You got your Grammys that you're not gonna get anymore.
Imagine talking about a bitch who was able to sue you for millions of dollars off of 1 album without going even close to broke doing so. My God.
Because you allow fear and perfection to get in the way of your talent. You allow Botox and fillers and lipo and ad shots, all this stuff to keep Offset at home. You don't want to go to work so much because you're watching what he's doing. See, the difference, I think people forget that me and her have real beef. I have no reason to be upset over a 1 album, 2-year, ex-2-year superstar who's now doing Party with Cardi shows in Atlantic City for a bag. You're an ex-2-year superstar having to host clubs in Atlantic City with your husband beside you. Way to emasculate a black man. He's gonna co-host with the Party with Cardi in New Jersey to make a bag because you fumble yours, trying to come after me, canceling all your damn shows.
Yeah, definitely giving reverse psychology, right? Like, the only person who fumbled was Tasha. She had to sell her child to the Middle East. She had to sell and give up her dream home and move to Florida just so that shit could have qualified immunity, so that Cardi couldn't come through and collect assets on her behalf via her wife's check. She's had to start a GoFundMe. She's had to embark upon several different failed business ventures. Now has to work several days a week for the next 5 years of her life, paying one bitch $20K of her own literal hard-working money every month, not to mention having to have money for the rest of her broke ass survival. Baby. We're talking about the queen, of fumble, baby. And now she in the midnight hour, begging to God she says she don't believe in, because she's somewhere between Buddhism and agnosticism, to break the
train. Have enough songs to go on tour, and better yet, they can trust if you're going to show up for the tour, which means they're going to get their money. Are they going to get the money they invested in you? That's why you had to drop a record that was over 2 years old with a fake Kanye West in it. And Dirk is screaming about what happened in 2020 in the verse. You couldn't even hit him to say, no, could you fix this verse instead of saying 2020 and hot shit? Because it was perfectly hot shit. No, you threw him in the video because you're desperate. You're desperate for people to validate you. The difference between you and I don't need validation. I don't need to feel it. I don't need to ask. I don't need to emasculate a black man and follow him around to make sure he doesn't cheat on all of the surgery that I paid for. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nothing's gonna make my case worse, okay? Nothing's gonna make my case worse. I know the specifics of
Now, mind you, this was in the beginning when she was ignorant and ain't no motherfucking better, honey. This was before she realized just how much the suit was gonna have her bound to the chains. The chain.
Okay, there are certain statements. A lot of y'all are still. We're gonna talk about this woman's crime. This woman has beautiful children, smart children. Okay, that's probably the one thing that she has going for. To be honest, is those children making sure that culture is a blue light, making sure that Wave is whoever else, male child, Jaden Smith, because that's how the future is gonna work for her. Because she can't be trusted to show up to sing a song. Why? Why is that? Why is that? So while you're around here lying, talking about I talked about your daddy, there's no video. No video. I talked about your mother and child. I don't even know your mama's name. I don't even know your mother's name. You understand what I'm saying? All of this stuff that you claim and happened, and none of that shit had anything to do with the lawsuit. But you like to talk about black babies, though. You like to talk about black women's dead babies, forgetting that you got babies. That's the type of bitter woman that you are, okay? That's how bitter you are. Not knowing you gotta pray over your kids 4 times because you done wish death, more death, and blamed another.
You like to put herpes on black children. Trash. You like to put herpes on black children. Trash. Cardi B has yet to have to give up her mothering because that's how bad she is at it. That would be you. Your son is more familiar with riding elephants and giraffes than he is with his own mother's touch. Are you okay? While Nigeria checks hometown, home country is over there raising their next emperor girl, their next dictator. Culture sitting over here wonderfully under her mama's bosom, living a very privileged life, while your son, who you sold to the Middle East, is safely observing from very far away his mammy, his daddy, and his siblings lose every motherfucking thing they ever worked for. My God, today. Imagine talking about somebody else's children while one of your children is stuck in a cauldron being spun around by a circle of African damn witches, and your daughter has to be homeschooled because everybody wants to go upside her motherfucking head. Out in public because her mama is so trifling. Imagine your child can't even move around the country safely and say proudly who they mammy is, because that might result in a secondary ass with it. The motherfucking side effects of having Tasha as a goddamn mama. My God, today. The fact that I gotta get my hair braided with anacolonian fiber rather than human hair because half of my motherfucking glam and wardrobe budget mama has to go to Cardi B household is a mess.
As to the reason as to why her baby is dead. And now you sit back and you got all this time on the internet. See, I'm supposed to be on the internet. It's like get paid for. You understand what I'm saying? It's like get paid for. I get paid to report on you and your ex-career. It's done. Okay? I get paid to report on your idol. Okay? I get paid to report on your husband. Contrary to what y'all think is going on, there's only 4 things that I can't say for now. Okay, I'm not in the business of violating no laws, okay, or no legal blocks. You understand what I'm saying? Because I also have a future that I have to worry about beyond me. Something she wasn't worried about when she was too busy canceling all them shows, and now nobody shows up to your shows. They can't even come see all the work that you've done. And quite frankly, what they see is not gonna be what they see on Instagram with that filter. There's no filter here. This is what you get. This is what you got. I don't need no celebrity.
And that's very unfortunate. That's very, very, very unfortunate.
A boxing match. I don't need none of that, okay? Yes, I like to troll y'all. Yes, I like to do this and that, okay? But let me tell you something. I'm a bride. I'm a bride right now, okay? My children are good. I go back and forth as I choose. And guess what? Everything that you find.
Star Brim was on Trash's platform. The videos are now down because of a court order. Star Brim and Trasher got sued together. Trasher stayed in the country while Star ran for the goddamn border to New Mexico on a Greyhound. But what a lot of people don't know is that there's also a judgment against Star Brim too. Star technically owes Cardi B $1 million as well because Cardi was able to get a default judgment against Star. But because Star had hit it that one good time, baby, she hit some bumpy allegations one good time and hauled ass. Never to be seen again, bitch, until the statute of limitations had exhausted. And she stayed quiet all the way after that. Cardi just did not pursue it. Star Marie, yes. Star Marie. Like, child, 1 star, 3 star, 4 star, all stars, bitch. Who gives a damn? A star, bitch. All the stars. So the Star Brim, Star Marie, all the Bloods, all the Crips, all of their ass got a judgment against.
We respond to. There's nothing that we missed when it came to this case, okay? I didn't ask nobody for a motherfucking dime. It's hot in here. I'm in Africa. That's why I'm mad. Because I'm mad. I ain't mad. I ain't got nothing to be mad about, okay? Nothing.
Oh, somebody, hold on. Well, I'll get to that afterwards. Somebody asked me about the Lovely T, Tasha K, and Cardi B storyline arc. I actually have a video on my channel that's still up. Those of you who are interested in that, but I'll give a very brief recap after we're done with this segment of the show.
Hey, nothing. I know. It's hot in here. I'm in Africa. Switch. Every time on the AC. If I turn on the AC, it's gonna get hot. I mean, it's gonna get loud. You know, we got that. Look, look at the AC right there. That bitch, you understand what I'm saying? No, I will not send a check until the appellate court has stated what I'm sending a check for. It's called having the bread to fight. That's who I'm sending my check to. Okay? The attorneys, the appellate court, which is the higher court, because you thought this was over. You thought it was just gonna be just like that. $4 million and I was gonna pay it without fighting. And y'all thought I was gonna pay it. Most of y'all motherfuckers even watching this live can't afford to fucking pay it, but I can. Have you seen the donation? And I asked for a motherfucking donation. I don't even take super chats on my motherfucking show. Why? Because I'm a black woman that got it from the fucking bottom. I didn't get it. Okay, report on.
And now she taking all the motherfucking super chat, all the Zelle, all the Apple Pays, all the PayPals, all the GoFundMes.
X2-year superstar. I got it for breaking story after story. And what you not gonna do is you gonna lie on me. Okay, because remember, I don't need to find you to serve you. You understand what I'm saying? I don't need to find you, X2-year superstar, to serve you for lying. Nobody lied on your daddy. Okay, your daddy is not a rapist. Your daddy never did time for raping people. I was the only blogger that fucking cleared that story when they was passing that story around. So stop. I don't know nothing about your mama. I ain't said nothing about those beautiful children, okay? What I did say is what I got held liable for, okay? That's what I said. Now, however, there are certain arguments when it comes to that, and that's what we're in court about. But you don't stop playing victim. You don't stop getting on the stand for, oh, I'm a Catholic girl. And I understand because my boyfriend beat my ass. You had to with your boyfriend beat your ass? I thought you was dangerous. I thought you was gang. I thought you had niggas. I mean, why you didn't drug and rob your boyfriend when he's supposed to beat your ass? See, y'all got to read these court transcripts. But because black people, we're all like this. I see somebody else with Gucci dancing on that woman. They say this, that woman. We don't bother to read. You understand what I'm saying? We don't bother to read. And that's why these people who claim that they're more fair-skinned, they're more educated because they have more money, they can tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you, okay? They can tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you. They can tell you I'm in jail, bitch, I'm at the house. They can tell you I'm running. Bitch, I guess I'm running in New York. I guess I'm running in California, motherfucking Bahamas. Really? But I still answer. But we are still in court. Every motion is responded, okay? You thought this was gonna be over. That's why you got desperate. That's why you got desperate, okay? Listen, don't forget that her and I have a real beef, okay? And until the appellate court said,
Girl, I love how the narcissism of Tasha K is so delusional that she's using the word we. Cardi B don't know this raggedy mother. There is no we, bitch. You're in a one-sided, psychotic, manic obsessive, parasocial, twisted, distorted, one-dimensional relationship with another individual. And all this is happening in the figment of your raggedy ass imagination, baby. There is no we, bitch. There's a you are in a versus match, bitch, with your lunacy and with your mental illness. And Cardi is just the unfortunate recipient of that mental illness and that psychosis. There is no we, my love. That's why only you the one who owe some motherfucking money in this case. That's why you the only one, baby, who was sued and held accountable for your actions, baby. Okay? There's no we, sugar. There's only little old miserable raggedy you.
Miss Kebby, Madam Kebby, because that's what you're gonna call me because I'm in Africa. Madam Kebby, you got to pay this, then guess what? We'll probably appeal it to a higher court. And if they say, Madam Kebby, you got to pay this, then guess what? I got to motherfucking pay. You ain't gotta pay me. I work for it. I wouldn't have a job if y'all wasn't on my motherfucking line. I wouldn't be able to afford to travel abroad if y'all wasn't on my motherfucking line. If y'all weren't clicking the views, if y'all weren't going to the website, I wouldn't have it to give her. So y'all can thank y'all selves. That's what you can thank. For supporting real talent. Okay?
Oh my God.
For supporting someone who's consistent.
What is the real talent? Stalking, harassing, explicitly, blatantly lying, maliciously, intentionally, all the things you confess to be true on the stand. What is the talent? Making other public figures miserable based upon your desperate attempt to want to be halfway famous and relevant to the culture by stupidly lying on public figures and doing so intentionally and maliciously? Where's the talent? Where's talent? I don't think talent ends up sued successfully for 4.1 million anything. If anything, talent makes 4.1 million, but don't lose 4.1 million due to being actually talented. 4.1 million is what happens to bitches who don't have a talent and therefore have to substitute talent with secondary characteristics like cyberstalking, cyberbullying, slander, libel, and blatantly lying, like her other good sis, Milagro Scam. This is actually the invertedness of talent. This would be the opposite, Viral. This would be the other side of the coin of talent. There's talent and then inverted talent, which is what Milagro Scams and Tasha K is.
We're supporting someone who's disciplined. We're supporting someone who's real and did not have to do anything outside of her character, okay? For people's husbands and baby daddies and stuff to pay for damn studio time. I didn't have to do any of that, okay? To get where I am today. And if I'm not supposed to be here, the only people that can take it away is y'all. All you gotta do is stop watching. All you gotta do is stop watching. Click off. I'll wait, click off.
Chevy trucks are the
Okay, so that's basically the bulk of that. Y'all go over and give Lakeisha a click in the view, and y'all can get into the remainder of that. Okay, but before we segue into all of Nicki Minaj's motherfucking business, y'all know we got to do a commercial break. This commercial break allows you to thumbs up the video, share, go run to the restroom, lay your husband down, lay your wife down, lay the churns down, refresh your drink, It allows you to throw some coin on the cane through Cash App and PayPal, which all donation information are in the description box below. And if you ain't trying to give this whole not near bit of your money for her intentional financial economic crisis via Cardi B putting belt to ass, you can at the very least, if you want to, baby, put your lighters up, put your hands to the screen, and give her some prayer. So let's do a little nasty piece of quick commercial break and send Tasha K some light and love before we transition real quick, because she got a lot going on in this day and age. And we'll be right back for your viewing pleasure.
But because motherfuckers play with me and play God, watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Then what's up? What's up?
Broken heart again, another lesson learned. Better know your friends, or else you will get burned. Gotta count on me, 'cause I can guarantee that I'll be fine. No more.
What's up? Ain't no change. Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chain. It's been 9 years. Break the chain. But because motherfuckers want to play with me and play God, watch me use God.
But I play the fool, go through ups and downs, knowing all the time you wouldn't be around
to clear this up.
like disgraced.
And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Then what's up? What's up? What's up? Ain't no change. Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chain. It's been 9 years. Break the chain. But because motherfuckers want to play with me and play God, watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Then what's up? What's up? What's up? Ain't no change.
When you let go of all the trauma in your life, now you're free from all the pain, free from all the shame, free from all the stress. Now you're happy. I don't know.
Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chain. It's been 9 years. Break the chain. But because motherfuckers want to play with me and play God, watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Then what's up? What's up? What's up? Ain't no change. Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chain. just want to play with me and play God. Watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Then what's up? What's up? What's up? Ain't no change. Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chains.
And we're back, girl. The chains are still there. But speaking of chains, my God, Tasha's good sis, girl. Cocaine Barbie doll girl got her own damn chains to break free from while she out here donating 3,000 dinosaurs and pterodactyls to Tasha's TikTok and Bigo platform, because apparently the queen girl of somebody's hip hop is being sued for a $275,000 motherfucking dollars via a production company who is claiming that Mrs. Petty is refusing to pay more delinquent debt. Now, is this deja vu or what? Because y'all know she was also refusing to pay that security guard from Rome his $500,000. So that man had to start the garnishing process. The bitch was about to have to sell her goddamn home to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for them to film in, bitch. She was about to lose it all, but because she started a MAGA grift and Charlie Kirk's widow and Donald Trump started cutting the checks to use her blackness to appeal to black people, which I don't know who the hell told them that that was a viable marketing plan. She was able to, at the last minute, right before clock struck 12 on Cinderella in her mansion, baby, to pay off that $500,000 to that damn man. Now she here trying to evade another goddamn delinquent debt, child. I thought the queen had all the coin and had all the money. How is Joanne the scammer out here, girl, evading all these bills? Courtesy of TMZ, child. Tasha's queen is being sued for refusing to pay $275,000. You would think that this would be chump change to the queen of hip hop, to the queen of gang culture, to the queen who likes to talk about the Kokio and the Tokyo, who likes the ganja to burn, who talks about having goons and goblins and pushing drugs and pounds and kilos of cocaine and the music. Ain't she got a 2-time convicted felon who's still out there allegedly doing criminal things? If you don't got the legal coin, she should at least be sitting on illegal coin. $275,000 should be equivalent to $50K, considering what her net worth is, but apparently not, child. According to Miss TMZ, Onika is being dragged by her lace front back to court for allegedly failing to reimburse a company that claims it fronted more than $275K to cover production and other costs for 2 concerts, TMZ learned. According to the court documents obtained by TMZ, a company named 24/7 Productions is suing Nicki Minaj and her company, Pink Friday Productions. 24/7 said it first worked for Onika on the 2022 MTV Video Music Awards, where it provided live entertainment production services. In late 2023, the company says Nicki then asked them to help her with concerts at Jingle Ball and her album launch for Pink Friday 2. The company claims that it provided budgets to Nicki's team, which they say were approved and gave Nicki's team advanced planning on site management, staffing, audio, lighting, rigging, ground transportation, and overall logistics. 24/7 Production says it advanced more than $275,000 to Nicki for expenses, which were to be paid back. The company said Nicki's company was paid around $650,000 for her Jingle Ball performances alone, but never settled the bill with 24/7. The company says it has attempted to collect the money for years, but claims Nicki's team has responded with the mantra-like phrase, "We'll look into it." My God, today. The company is suing for breach of contract and more, and demanding in excess of $275K in damages from Nicki. Wow, wow, wow. But she's out here giving. Hey, what you laughing at, TS? What is you out here laughing at, girl? What's going on, Mother Maddie? Who is hooting and hollering? Shout out to Mother, baby. Make sure y'all are subscribed to Mother Maddie. Baby, Tasha K and her queen, girl. I'm trying to understand why y'all in love with these chords like this. Why? Tasha ain't got it. Apparently the queen ain't got it. But the queen throwing around at least $3K to Tasha in the form of dinosaurs, piglets, pit bulls, and all the other goddamn cannonballs and shit you put up on goddamn TikTok, baby. But she ain't never got no coin to pay down her civil debts. Make it make sense. And you know, here's an interesting thing. Now that Maddie done popped up, because I find it terrible, something terrible, that Onika is even supporting Tasha at the level that she is, considering that Tasha is a big ass homophobe who constantly HIV shames members of the community, whether they have HIV or not. It's just one of her go-tos. How she consistently furthers hate toward trans women, misgendering trans women, degrading trans women simply because of who they are. But considering that Nicki is completely a Trump supporter and thinks that him and JD are dashing leaders and so handsome, and believes that Black women need to leave saltine women alone and stop all their bullying of white women, even though Nicki Minaj wasn't carrying those old sentiments herself when she was out here dragging the fuck out of Miley Cyrus. You know, when she had a gripe with a saltine bitch, it was all good. When she stood up on that MTV stage and said, "What's good?" Okay, when she was going backwards and forwards with Taylor Swift, the queen of mediocrity, it was all good. It was all great. But she wanted to tell Black women to take their necks or take their foots off of the necks of the first ladies of the KKK and sit in front of a saltine woman and accuse Black women's reaction to racist gaslighting, racist profiling, racial and sexist injustice via racism, to pipe down, to acquiesce, to bend the knee, to fall in line, and let white power do what it does. But this was the same one who was calling Melania a saltine bitch, a big battery military operated Stafford, bitch, calling Melania Trump a big ass useless piece of robot part. But it's only okay for Onika to come at saltine women, whether it's the first lady, not to mention all of her fake ass, I'm an immigrant, I swam over here on a floating condom with my immigrant illegal ass family, and we scaled the border walls, and we crawled through the goddamn swamps of alligators to get here, just so that I can end up marrying a man that took the life of a natural born citizen and then great another natural born citizen, because that's my payback and thank you to this country for not deporting my ass sooner and for making me filthy rich off of the shoulders of little Kim's skin, in which I've been wearing for the first 10 years of my career. I'm going to pay back America by marrying a 2-time convicted felon? But she told black woman, keep y'all motherfucking foot off of these saltine bitches' necks. Stop the bullying, black woman. But that woman of color used her boot to stand on the neck of Taylor Swift, to stand on the neck of Miley Cyrus, to stand on the cyborg neck of Melania Trump. Wait. Do we need to play the receipts? Wait. Hold on. Because y'all know this ain't the Reading Rainbow, baby. This ain't the Reading.
But it's all motherfucking cake, cause Barack needed a Michelle, bitch, and Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches
Woo, child.
to stroke your motherfucking ego? Well, fuck you, nigga.
Woo, child.
But it's old motherfucking
One more time.
Barack needed a Michelle, bitch, and Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches to stroke your motherfucking ego? Well, fuck you, nigga.
Who's that on the mic? Who's that on the mic? That's Tasha K's queen.
But it's all
The one who owes a production company $270 something thousand. That's her on the mic. On the hot mic. During Trump's reign. Dragging the fuck out of the same white hoes that she told the rest of y'all melanated hoes to take y'all foot up off of, because y'all be the ones bullying them saltine bitches. She said, girl, y'all, she sat in front of a saltine bitch and chose to be such a pick Misha and to get her social equity up in front of conservatives and Republicans and white America, that she was willing to do that while unnecessarily, unwarrantedly, and out of context, slamming black women for bullying, when it's really black women protesting a racist, sexist system that took away 300,000 of their jobs when they were out educating everybody in this system and they were about to be the top earners in this system. And this woman of color who swam over here on a half-open watermelon shell with her illegal family got her foot on every saltine bitch who's in her way. And now, out of convenience and narcissistic injury, which has now resulted in narcissistic rage, Tasha's queen, who owes another person hundreds of thousands of dollars, is now shucking and jiving because she's scraping the piggy bank, which we learned from Cardi B. Shout out to Barney B, who put out all the alleged tea last year that Kenneth Petty was keeping the bitch zooted up and shot up with all type of drug paraphernalia, according to Cardi B. Shooting her up with all type of drug paraphernalia and block cheese, keeping her constipated and clogged up in the brain, while he out here spending all her coin on hookers and hoes, allegedly, because we're not going to forget that during the Pink Friday 2 tour overseas, where her husband committed that assault on that auditorium security guard, that one of those nights she was dressed like a Flavor Flav contestant in the final hour, talking about how she tired of dealing with a motherfucker who living a double life. She tired of a motherfucker not really loving her, talking about how love slows her down and she's better without it, and how she's sick and tired. Cardi B told us that that lady over there getting used up by her own husband. And then the Queen's mentee, unwinding with no hair in the bike, got out here and coordinated a smear campaign against a bunch of Nicki Minaj's old employees and associates like Ra Ali, the ex-stylist, and claimed that they were the ones who had ciphered all this lady's coin up out of her account, which didn't even sound right to begin with. Because most high-earning celebrities have something called an accountant, and they get reviews and summaries of their coin and where it's going, play-by-play, swipe by swipe. And how in the hell would anybody get this information to begin with? And between Nicki and her mentee, Tasha, who has admitted to bankruptcy fraud, while Nicki is out here talking about no frauds, but she's working single-handedly with a fraud. And that is what, in the words of Nicki, gets me. How you out here talking about no frauds? How you out here smushed and backed up against the wall and accusing Ra Ali and other people of being frauds while you're working alongside, while you're in tandem with a woman who admitted that her and her wife, Shek, who she forces to piss while sitting down, according to her, not me, this is her tea, is a fraud. How you out here hashtagging no frauds and your bestie Westie is an entire fraud? How you out here supporting a open transphobic administration and an openly, explicitly transphobic failed and disgraced blogger, but your whole aesthetic is inspired by trans women. Like, these are the things that get me. These are the things. Anti-trans, but want to look trans. Anti-queer, but want to grift off the queer community. 95.5% of your whole consumer base is LGBTQIA plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You were speaking out against Trump's administration the first time around, talking about he out here scooping the girls up, and you just have such a heart for that because you came over here illegally too, and you couldn't imagine being packed the fuck up and sent back to Hong Kong or sent back to live in motherfucking Trinidad and working them goddamn sugarcane fields expeditiously. But now you're siding with the same administration that's anti-immigrant, that's anti-woman of color, that's anti-Black community, that's anti-LGBT community. Like, girl, every single one of your intersections are completely opposed and rebuked by this administration. Like, I don't understand. But when you think about it on the flip side, it does make sense why Onika is aligning with the Trump administration, because energy doesn't lie. And what energy, coupled with the law of attraction, the law of reciprocity, the law of magnetism does, is it brings birds of a similar feather together. So on the other hand, while this administration at surface glance is completely opposite of everything that Onika is. Anti-immigrant, the bitch is an illegal immigrant. Anti-woman, the bitch is a woman. Anti-Black woman, anti-Black, anti-person of color. Not to mention that Charlie Kirk bashed women like her who rap about their coochies and promote hypersexuality. So they're not even pro-female rapper. But the other side of that coin is the Trump administration is corrupted, just like Onika's husband. The Trump administration is misogynistic and narcissistic and is thirsty and hungry for power, just like Onika is, which is why she doesn't have a friend to show for an almost 20-year-long career in entertainment. The bitch done fell out literally with every fucking female rapper that exists today. Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Lotto, Coi Leray, Kim, who she wore the skin of for the first 10 years of her career. Ice Spice. Baby, she even fell out with non-rappers, girl. Mariah the Carey. SZA. I mean, I don't understand. She says she identifies with Trump because he was bullied. But when she was out here,
But it's old motherfucking K, cause Barack needed a Michelle, bitch, and Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches to stroke your motherfucking ego? Well, fuck you, nigga.
but when she was out here on the hot mic, it wasn't considered bullying. She says she's trauma bonding with Trump because he was bullied. But when she was out here on every female rapper's neck, that wasn't bullying. When she was out here on every saltine woman's neck, that wasn't bullying. But when the bullies get bullied, then the mad ass hoes link up under the guise of reverse victimhood. What she's calling "we were bullied" was righteous retribution. Was scientific principle, cause and effect. For every action, there is a what class? Reaction. So the bullies got bullied, and then reverse the narrative that they are the victims. And now them hoes done linked up under an alleged trauma bond, which, once again, Onika happens to also embody all of the characteristics of this administration anyway. The narcissism, the internalized misogyny. I told y'all that Nicki just a nigga with titties. Nicki also suffers from penis envy syndrome. The same thing that Tasha suffers from. I believe that's why both of these heathenistic whores really are jealous and got a wild hair up their ass for trans women, because trans women, pre-op trans women, happen to have the dicks that they wish God had given to them. Both of these women, the queen and her failed, disgraced protege, want to be men. That's why they're so male identified, so male centered. You know how she tried to further womb and traumatize Kenneth Petty's great victim? Smeared this woman, lied on this woman in exchange for male solidarity. Remember? 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 Penis envy syndrome. That's why they have this thing for trans women. They're envious. Like them trans chicks got them big sticks. Yeah. See, it's all psychological. But speaking of psychological, Onika, you need to run this production company. They're $271,000. The courts are probably going to actually order her to pay more than that. You know, attorney fees, court fees, pain and suffering, all type of shit. Because, you know, it costs money to reclaim money through the courts. The queen of everything ain't the queen of coin, apparently. Because while you are invading all of your own debt collectors, Onika, maybe you should contact that Amazon attorney that Trash should be promoting at the end of all of her streams. Maybe he can help you out with some bankruptcy, baby, so you can clear all this debt up, since you apparently don't like paying bills. According to TMZ, according to 24/7, according to that overseas security guard who you didn't want to pay the $500,000 to until the clock was about to strike midnight. Maybe you need that bankruptcy attorney that was recommended to Tasha K during an Instagram ad. Because you don't seem to be in the business. And this ain't the first time that she'd have been caught up in this. There's been multiple civil suits against Onika for not paying back stylists, keeping stylists' clothes, allegedly, all type of shit, while she out here calling out other people for fraud. Where are the indictments that Onika promised? Where are the receipts? She said there was a federal indictment and federal charges and a federal investigation and police reports and things that she had filed I'm about to say Raw Digger, Raw Ali, and them stylists and all them people. Baby, we ain't got a case number. We ain't got a police report, girl. We ain't got near receipt. Just pushing and spinning narratives while both of these people are caught up in fraud. While Tasha K out here admitting in Highlighter Girl that she and her wife Sheck done committed motherfucking fraud, bitch. While Onika out here on the run, bitch, from her debt collectors, girl. Spinning and projecting narratives onto other motherfucking people. Jesus. That's the queen of flop. Shout out to Mother Maddie, though. Shout out to Mother Maddie. And just to think that Mother Maddie was about to let the queen of flop grift off her likeness with the Queen's Court. I'm so glad that TS did getting caught up in that damn 360 deal. Bye-bye. I'm so glad she didn't. But I think it's unfortunate because this is just one more celebrity bitch who has performative activism when it counts. But did Onika think about T.S. Madison when she linked up with Tasha K? Matter of fact, why didn't Onika, and these are all my own opinions, why didn't Onika choose Maddie to run her storylines through? Like, Maddie is actually famous, but also does what I do for a living and what Tasha does. Well, what Tasha is now being forced to do for a living, thanks to Cardi B. Because all of her woes could have been possibly on the docket of Fact Talk. She has a trans sister, T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison is a bigger blogger, a far more integral blogger, who actually has a blogging show that is both digital and on the road. She could have provided T.S. Madison the content. Why would you want to work with a homophobe, transphobe, who's also a fraud on top of that? While you already are dealing with the consequences of being married to a 2-time convicted felon who's both a rapist and a murderer. No, we got him. Because Onika had an opportunity to maintain the continuity of her plight. Because, baby, she was really feeling herself when she still had the community kind of wrapped around her finger. So where did all this energy right here go, Onika?
Construct your motherfucking ego. Well, fuck you, nigga.
Whoosh.
But this old motherfucking kid, cause Barack needed a Michelle, bitch, and Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches?
I want to show y'all this. I want to show y'all this, baby. I want to show y'all this in the flesh, my love. Because she said Black woman was bullying them saltine hoes. That's what she had said. She had said it is. Let me show y'all this in the flesh.
Cause Barack needed a Michelle, bitch, and Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches?
She said y'all though was bullying them saltine heifers. That's what she had said. But when she was on a saltine bitch's neck, it was all good in the hood. How soon we forget?
Back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Hey, we're all in this industry. We all do interviews, and we all know how they manipulate shit. Nicki, congratulations. And just because the VMAs have already started doesn't mean that the voting is done.
And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Hey, we're all in this industry. We all do interviews, and we all know how they manipulate shit. Nicki, congratulations. And just because the VMAs have already started doesn't mean that the voting is done.
And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
So, black woman, y'all the bullies. Wait a minute. The stop bullying white women.
If as black women.
Wait, y'all the ones who need to stop this bullying, baby. This bitch going down the roster on these white heifers. But y'all can't do that, baby. Y'all can't do what the queen does, apparently. The rules don't apply to her, okay? At all, not at all. She said, great, y'all need to stop all this motherfucking bullying.
Women, we felt that we were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty. If we felt like that as black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty so that we can feel, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand? It doesn't bother me that a woman feels and says that she's beautiful. If as black women...
What in the hell is this $271,000 in dead ass bitch even talking about?
We felt that we were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty. If we felt like that as black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty?
Who making these white hoes play down any damn thing? I thought them bitches was out here fighting for Medicaid too. Now that they see that the same work their Ku Klux Klansman leader was gonna give only to certain communities actually was a 360 wraparound ass whipping that included swallowing their ass up too.
We can feel, no, that's not how.
Baby, black women ain't worried about them motherfucking hoes because black women are in their motherfucking deluxe apartment in the sky with popcorn watching them white hoes do exactly what they not gonna do since this is their country, apparently, girl. Black women peacefully, girl, on the 17th floor, baby, in they deluxe condo with popcorn watching them saltine hoes protest no kings and watching them saltine hoes stump the motherfucking pavement, bitch, and reclaim their America. Baby, there couldn't be a time where black women were more out of the way than right now when it comes to motherfucking white women, girl. Baby, they rooting them hoes on, girl. Because in chess, the pawns always go first, bitch. Always, ho. But y'all know who y'all owe a motherfucking apology to? Y'all know who y'all owe an apology to? Y'all owe an apology to the actual queen.
Gotta go.
Okay? The queen who built up a genuine LGBT base. Ain't never got out here and dragged the black community or black women collectively or the LGBT community collectively. The bitch who's responsible for why Nicki Minaj gets to exist. Oh, yes.
But I would love to see Kim and Nicki, you know, sit down and hash it out, forget all the middlemen, forget.
Because she told y'all, bitch, before this whole started itty bitty picketing, before this whole got out here and told y'all that she was a 5-star Honda Civic with a spare tire on the bike. She told y'all, girl, before y'all made her famous. She told y'all, girl, before y'all sent y'all coin. Before y'all ran down there to throw y'all money on a bitch who was walking around here looking like Marge Simpson in the head, bitch. She had told y'all from the beginning. Before y'all decided to open up the motherfucking gates to this damn illegal immigrant, girl, who swam over here with her family on the back of an empty turtle shell. She had told y'all, okay? Before y'all had let this lady family up in here and her father was down there to the Brooklyn, burning down her childhood home, girl, all this violence they came to usher into the country, girl. She told y'all before y'all even had to submit paperwork to ICE to get her ass up out of here, baby. She tried to help y'all to prevent the things. Prophet Kim, girl. Prophetess Kim, Deaconess Kim had tried to tell y'all what the tea was.
Why? It's not going to be hashed out. It's not going to happen. That
y'all both from New York.
No, it's not going to happen.
You know,
Look, sometimes people just don't like each other.
It's not going to happen.
Listen, I'm a Cancer like Kim's a Cancer, so I understand.
So if you're a Cancer like me, then you should know something's not right. No, you don't get it. Because you still saying that she paid homage and that she was respectful. No, she wasn't. You want to say that, but that's not true. It's not true.
You are
before
a true
she
Cancer,
even,
yo.
because I'm right. You know I'm right. You don't want to see it because you've already built this relationship with her and y'all have whatever. I don't give a damn. You know
that's my homie, no doubt. But at the end of the day, you still the OG, and I would love to see embrace
the OG
generation.
All of that, because that has nothing to do with it when it comes to respect and when it comes to matter of fact. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. When a chick, let me tell you something. I'm gonna leave this on this note. You will see. Everything in the dark comes to the light. That's all I got.
You gotta go.
Man,
you know that.
I get chills, bitch. That baby Kim was sitting on Mount Sinai, bitch, while the Lord was creating the stone tablets, bitch. Did y'all not feel the chills off that prophecy? Oh, baby. When she flipped that damn lace front sideways, and said in time, and then she used her finger, bitch. The same finger she used to jack off all them niggas to get to where the hell she is. Baby, when she used her good fucking finger, her good dick jacking hand, bitch. When she used her dominant hand to tell y'all about this motherfucking hoe. Baby, when she pointed out into the motherfucking ethers, bitch, and activated the tip of her motherfucking finger like it was a magical wand out of the Harry Potter series. And she said, oh, you gonna see. Oh, you gonna see, bitch. Everything gonna come to the light, baby. Everything. Y'all ain't feel the Old Testament, bitch, of that prophecy. Prophetess Kim. She said, oh, y'all gonna see everything I've been telling y'all about this weird ass bitch. Everything. The gaslighting, the narcissism, the pretentiousness, the fakery, the foolery, the griftery, the malignant, overt narcissism. Oh, baby, I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all gonna see it. You're gonna see it. And now we done synced it, bitch. You owe Kim every bit of what you gave to Nicki. America owes it to the real Queen Bee. I stand with her. Stand with her. All right, we gotta move it along. Baby, y'all better thumbs up. Y'all better be sharing. Shout out to the 55.2, bitch. Okay, we're growing in real time. Okay, so Nicki owes more delinquent goddamn debt, 275,000 motherfucking Bitcoin to somebody ass. But she also, in her Cardi B bag, baby, thinking that she can sue people just for telling them, just because they telling her about her damn self. So she was getting dragged to hell on Twitter, baby, for being washed up in things. And she gonna activate Tony Busby, who unsuccessfully failed to prosecute Jay-Z in a case that him and his client blatantly, patently lied on this man in. And once again, we got to return back to the no frauds hashtag. She say no frauds, but she done linked up with Tasha K, who done admitted to just that fraud. She herself out here evading her financial responsibilities, not wanting to pay motherfucking people. They hundreds of thousands of dollars for their services or their pain and suffering. She married a 2-time convicted felon talking about no mother frauds. I thought a fraud was a criminal. Ain't that's what her damn husband is? But to make matters worse, she gonna fake link up with Tony Busby, another goddamn fraud, a proven ambulance chasing attorney who had to withdraw his lawsuit against Jay-Z because he lied and intentionally pushed lies onto Jay-Z and then tried to illegally litigate the case in the Southern District of New York without as much as seeking permission, which is basic lawyer one-on-one protocol when you present a case outside of your jurisdiction, being that Tony Busby is licensed in Texas, not in the state of New York. Was also illegally using other attorneys' passwords and shit to activate court resources while not seeking permission, while intentionally bringing frivolous lawsuits filled with lies and sensationalism that also resulted in Jay-Z suing the shit out of Tony Busby. But I thought she said no frauds. She said no frauds, though. But she's surrounded by nothing but frauds, though. Ain't her brother locked up in a New York penitentiary for SAing his girlfriend or wife's 12-year-old daughter in front of her own underage brother who witnessed the rape? And Nicki Minaj was out here paying for his legal expenses. She put $500,000 on this man's attorney fees. She submitted a character witness letter to the judge after he was concluded to have been guilty of the crimes alleged against him by a jury of his own peers. And Onika, who fake claims to support women, begged the judge to be lenient on her brother even after he was found guilty of SAing a 12-year-old girl. The bitch had more heart and compassion for her rapist brother than she did the innocence of a 12-year-old girl. Now you know she can do Kim any which way and every other bitch any which way if she doesn't even have an empathy for children. But of course she doesn't, right? Because she's the same one that has cultivated a teenage audience that she's well aware of, that she still panders to, but still choose to push pussy popping, pussy selling, gang banging, and drug dealing messaging toward under the guise of artistic expression. My God, today. Nonetheless, Nicki Minaj threatens legal action, tags attorney Tony Busby after commentator says she's gotten old and should this motherfucking retire. I would have to agree. Dr. Pinking with a blue check mark on Twitter said Nicki should understand that she has gotten old and retire. Nicki responded and said, do you have permission to use this video that I filmed years ago to harass me on this or any other platform? You've just been added to the suit at Tony Busby too. Check the DM. Dr. Picking says, tell Nicki Minaj that myself and my team are ready and eagerly anticipating her paperwork. Freedom of speech and expression is supreme in all constitutions in the world, and I have the right to express my opinion at all times. Is she old? Yes, she is 43. There is nothing harassing about this. It is a publicly accessible information on Wikipedia. Nicki can't even spell Wikipedia. Should she retire? I think she should. That's my personal opinion, and I stand by it. You can agree or disagree. I will not be bullied or intimidated by Nicki Minaj or any other motherfucking celebrity. So here it is, Onika, the queen of not giving a fuck, the motherfucker who has harassed Gavin Newsom on this internet, who has cyber harassed Megan Thee Stallion, lying on your dead mama, lying on your dead mama, who has bashed the living shit out of Cardi B and Cardi B's children. Cardi B did get her ass good, though, when she said Papa Bill be communicating with his mammy by banging on spoons and talking in Morse code to her. That was the fatality. Not the same woman who sick the barbs on a bunch of content creators on YouTube a few years ago, from King of Reeds, who Onika HIV shamed. King of Reeds actually has HIV, and she said he should be worried about his T cell count or his blood or however the hell she said it, rather than be worried about her performance. She sent the barbs after him, death threats and all. She sent the barbs off and after Kimberly Foster, who gave a very intellectual commentary about Onika's mammification. Kimberly Foster was doxxed, harassed, to the point that she was considering taking legal action. She came after the nosy hoe bitch, who, yeah, said she does cocaine. But given that Onika literally was in a IG live getting her wig singed, stating that if anybody wants to know what her drug of choice is, all they got to do is go listen to her catalog of music, because her art reflects her actual life like a diary. And then it just so happens that in her musical catalog is everything from pills and potions to Kokyo into Tokyo, burning ganja, dancing with cocaine. So where was the lie based upon your own admission of your own drug usage? Not to mention that you also did an interview with Vogue following the birth of Papa Bear, where you also admitted to being addicted to Percocets. Just trying to make it make sense. I know that people, Cardi B has done a remarkable thing by suing the rat tail off of Unwinding with No Hair in the Bike. She really has. But unfortunately, what it has done is created this very rogue phenomenon where celebrities just now think that they can just sue for the hell of suing. They clearly don't even understand what constitutes as a lawsuit. They clearly don't understand that most of the shit they want to sue people over are actually not actionable under the law. They may be actionable as far as the court of public opinion is concerned, but are not actionable in a court of law. It is very difficult for a public figure to sue, especially for defamation. And you certainly cannot sue a motherfucker for saying that you are a washed up old ass hag who need to sit your plastic ass the fuck down. Sorry, not suable. Frail ego, hurt feelings, bruised ego, aggravated, frustrated, and all, not suable. And this is why the courts had to come up with something called the anti-SLAPP. Anti-SLAPP was legislation created out of New York to address dumbass hoes like Onika Petty Mirage III Jr., who think that they're going to weaponize the courts against private entities and use their money to suppress and to bankrupt and to agitate defendants. So the law now produced anti-SLAPP, which is a motion for dismissal of a frivolous lawsuit by a wealthier entity, a corporation, and if found guilty of frivolous suing, baseless litigating, simply for the sake of trying to burn out, intimidate, scare, and bankrupt a defendant, the plaintiff will get penalized with having to reimburse the defendant with punitive damages, attorney fees, court fees, and the case will be dismissed expeditiously so that no further hemorrhaging has to happen on behalf of the defendant. See, the days are gone of wealthy people using their coin to do frivolous, fucked up shit to people just because they don't like it. Sorry, it's not slander because a motherfucker thinks you're washed up or thinks you're ugly or thinks that Papa Bear is on the spectrum, and whether he is or isn't, that's not suable. That was addressed in Nicki's lawsuit with the nosy bitch. Nicki's own attorney had to tell the courts that, hey, we're going to throw in that the nosy bitch been dragging Papa Bear, even though we know it's not actionable under the law. Now, all of court of public opinion was on the nosy bitch's ass. Oh my God, you can't. Oh my God, you can't. Oh my God, you can't. Talk about her kid. Get her, Nicki. Couldn't get her, Nicki. Child, back. Because when people's HIV is on the table and when bitches' addresses and information is on the table, so can your baby be on the motherfucking table. When bitches' dead mamas is on the table, when other people's kids, like Cardi's daughter, is on the table, so can your baby be on the same operating motherfucking table. It can be argued whether the bitch even loves her baby, considering that she thought that he deserved Kenneth Petty, a broke-ass bum she plucked out of a turkey drive, as a father for him. Because when Papa Bear grows up, he's going to have to be everybody's best friend to keep their asses from using his daddy's rep sheet against him. My God, today. Almost by default of who she chose to be Papa Bear's daddy, Papa Bear's going to have to be a picnic ass nigga. Yikes. He's going to have to be everybody's friend in order to keep them friends from becoming enemies, bitch, and using his daddy's tea as the gag of it all. My God, today. Let's move along. Deborah Anthony, Waka Flocka's big bike ass mammy, who apparently is back working with Onika after they were estranged for some time. Her and Gucci Man were kind of the first people to be involved in the shaping and the formality of Onika's career. And then there was like a decade or so plus of inactivity between Onika and Deb. But Onika on hard times and nobody really fucking with her because she's 85% canceled, which is why she had to resort to a MAGA audience to substitute the general population who has woke up and finally smelt the coffee that was always in their cup, according to Lil Kim, who they owe an apology to. Yeah. So Deb Anthony, who ain't got shit going on either, and she can't afford to be missing no checks or no meals these days, is back working with Onika. So they've been back in cahoots, what, for the past year, a year or two now? Well, it was speculated earlier this week that Deb Anthony, Waka Flocka's mammy, apparently had dropped Onika as a client. And I was like, no, that's not true, because first of all, Waka is a Trump supporter. So she damn sure didn't drop Onika for being a Trump supporter. And I ain't never seen Deb Anthony stand on no type of business or no type of principle. So I highly doubt that Trump would be like the straw that's going to break the camel's back or to come to them. But word, according to the Curb girl, is that Deborah Anthony reveals why she really loves Donald Trump. This is according to Tasha K, okay? Instagram, who posted, quote, "He's not a controlled individual, so I love him because you can't control him." Well-respected hip-hop manager Deb Anthony said on Big Facts. This is an article from 2021. So, of course, Deborah didn't dump Onika. Of course she didn't. Not over Trump. She's a Trump supporter herself. Waka Flocka is a Trump supporter. Trasha voted for Trump. Onika voted for Trump. So this is the black segment of the Ku Klux Klan, girl, who have carved out their own shoe-shining, raccooning as sector within the KKK. Okay? So, yeah, there's like no substance to the story. On top of that, let me see here. What is this? What is this? I think this goes here, actually. Deborah actually apparently responded after the rumors of Nicki Minaj's split, okay, had surfaced. And Deborah shared this to her stories, which is a Jasmine brand article, which reads, exclusive, Nicki Minaj dropped by manager Deborah Anthony over political views. Sources say Trump MAGA support sparked split. But of course, it's fake news. Then she shared, right after that, promo for Pink Friday 2 has officially sold 2 million units in the U.S. and is eligible for RIAA 2-time platinum certification. So, you know, Deborah trying to stay out of the group chat, girl, and let the rumors be the rumors, girl. They're all Trump supporters, girl. Deb is not going anywhere, okay? Now, here's where shit gets real interesting, chill. Nicki Minaj, earlier this month, made a very interesting statement, and I want you guys to really, really listen in on this, okay? Matter of fact, hold on, you guys. No, you know what? Oh, yeah, hold on real quick, y'all. Ooh, child. Okay, I'm back, y'all. So Nicki Minaj made an interesting, yeah, y'all hit the likes, y'all, all that stuff. So Nicki Minaj made an interesting statement. Now, I've been waiting on this shit, and I'm gonna tell you why. And it was this. Okay, no, hold on. This ain't it. But this is another interesting statement, girl. Nicki Minaj said, I love how everyone has decided to pretend that the world isn't losing its fucking mind. Now, what's interesting about that is that she can't seem to understand how she's the one losing her motherfucking mind. But you know, they say that genuinely crazy people don't know that they're crazy. So that's how we can conclude, girl, that she might be full-blooded cuckoo child. Fruity, pebbled, cocoa puffed out, because she don't know that she crazy. And she thinks all the sane people are the crazy one. And she the grounded, healthy one. But she made another interesting statement. Okay? And this also comes out of her mentee's platform. Nicki said this on March 13th as well, right after the whole nobody can see that the world is crazy. She said, quote, takes my rightful place in society with the rest of my tribe. Neurodivergence of Gag City, gather here. It's our time. Looks menacingly at the normals. Begins implementing the payback they never saw coming. Reads the congregation and the stone the builder rejected. Now, for those of you who don't know what a neurodivergent person is, it's another term for autistic, autism. Nicki is now choosing to self-ID as autistic, neurodivergent, or as some neurodivergent people has coined it, neurospicy. She's claiming to be autistic. She's claiming to be neurospicy. Now, I find this fascinating for two reasons, okay? Because immediately when this statement hit, right, I thought about last year when her disgraced and failed protege was defending her and speaking on her behalf. This was during the whole Ra Ali stylist. They stole from Nicki. Police reports have been filed. Federal investigations have been opened up. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, shit we ain't never saw no receipts on. Shit that still to this day ain't no motherfucking proof on, while she's out here still threatening to sue motherfucking people for saying she washed up in a hag. But I immediately thought about when Tasha, in the same vein, was also saying that Onika basically conveyed to her that at some point that there was a bundle of doctors who were trying to diagnose Onika as schizophrenic. And Onika was feeling like this was a big conspiracy, basically funded by Rock Nation, that these doctors were essentially hired firsthand by Rock Nation to put her into a conservatorship like Brittany and Wendy and use her for all her motherfucking money. And so she used this delusional ass a conspiracy theory to justify ignoring what these medical doctors kept consistently diagnosing her as. So let's revisit Hot New Hip Hop, who chronicled the event for those of you who missed it, okay? This was last year. According to Tasha K, Nicki Minaj is the victim of a plot to, quote, make her look incapable of managing her own coin. She ain't got none to manage, bitch. Ain't even take her to get into a conservatorship for her to not have none. That's why she out here having to cash Donald Trump checks, in the words of Nene Leakes, and owing motherfucking people allegedly $275,000 plus motherfucking dollars, and then barely wanted to pay the $500K tab ordered by a federal judge against her and her husband. What coin? She ain't got no coin worth a damn conservatorship. Bitch, her damn coin is in a damn conservatorship. Anyway, rumors about Nicki Minaj's mental health have been swirling for years. But recently, Tasha K hopped online to set the record straight. In a lengthy post on Twitter X, she insisted the FemC does not have schizophrenia, comparing her situation to that of Wendy Williams or Britney Spears. Quote, y'all gonna stop twisting my damn words. Y'all was me, baby. Okay, I was on them hoes' ass after this child, tearing both her and Nicki ass up. Nicki Minaj ain't got no damn schizophrenia. Let's be real. Most of us got a little bipolar and crazy in us. No, bitch. Most of you got bipolar and crazy in you. And that's fact. She wrote, they tried the 5150 Kanye for being bipolar. It's a mood disorder. Then turned around and attempted to seize his assets just because he was talking his shit. Meanwhile, Wendy Williams is sitting in a luxury hospital suite while her lawyers spend her money. Michael Jackson's gone, and Britney Spears had to flee the U.S. to Mexico just to feel free after years under that conservatorship. Quote, what part don't y'all understand? This is a systemic industry takedown meant to make her look incapable of managing her own money. And let's be clear, Kenneth, the husband, is in the way. All this started after she tweeted that damn Carisha vaccine. Everything is allegedly. So Tasha got mad because I had clocked the tea about her conversation with Nicki, where she was talking about these doctors diagnosing her ass and Nicki rejecting the diagnoses. And then when we had cracked the motherfucking Da Vinci Code, Nicki ass must have got word and then called Tasha K, baby. Okay, Tasha got that call, girl. So then she had to go start doing PR on the damage her big ass mouth had done did, while still doubling down ultimately on the same sentiments by using all these people who have been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and been diagnosed with bipolarism and split personality disorder, using the same concept. How you gonna debunk what we interpreted your works to mean by doubling down in your counter argument by using all these diagnosed ass people who did and do have mental health issues and addiction issues, might I add, in your defense, my God, today. So now let's circle back to Onika, who is now admitting she's neurodivergent. Now, this is fascinating to me because I believe Nicki is trying to accomplish two different things. One, she's pulling the autistic because Onika knows that she needs to put out an album. She has music that she was working on last year that she felt so strongly about, that she felt was the most legendary yet of her musical archive. But because of her alignment with the Trump administration, the bitch lost half of her goddamn consumer base and what was left of it. And there's not enough of what's left for her to do the numbers, which has always been what Onika has taken pride in, despite never getting that Grammy that she just knew she was going to win. Matter of fact, she just knew that she was going to win 20 of Grammys before her second album came out. And Maury determined that that was a motherfucking lie. But now that her MAGA alignment, her anti-trans, anti-LGBT alignment has costed her half of what was already remaining of her viewer base, she can't put out that motherfucking music. So now she's already starting the slow process of doing PR to help garner some sympathy when she plans her premeditated ass fake comeback. And the bitch is going to pull a Kanye West. Remember when Kanye West was out here, girl, in his Onika bag, when he was hitting the powder plate hard as hell, girl, when Bobby Lights was lending him the powder plate? And Kanye West was out here, girl, in his anti-Semitic bag, when he was out here, girl, doing the motherfucking most, talking against the blacks, talking against them blacks, just like Onika is out here spiraling, bitch, against her adopted people, because she ain't a black woman. She is a woman of color. She is a POC, but she ain't a FBA. Okay, so her adopted people, girl. So Onika is pulling one out of Kanye's bag, trying to slowly drip in this neurodivergent shit. The bitch trying to also build up her base by any desperate means necessary, girl, in order to recoup from all the harm she's done to her base. Now she's trying to substitute the MAGA base, the white base. Now she needs the neurodivergent base. Then she's going to need the base of every bitch who's ever got an implant. Then she's going to need the motherfucking base of any bitch who has had to wear a goddamn wig in her life. Then she's going to need the grip off the base of every bitch who's housing a motherfucking 2-time convicted felon and a convict while living off of stamps and food and government assistance. I mean, the bitch is now having to come for every fringe audience there is out of desperation, because that bitch is planning a comeback. And she's narcissistic enough to believe that this is actually going to work. She believes it, which is delusional. Because Nicki Minaj is cooked. She'd be better off going to whatever parts of Africa that believe in bleaching their motherfucking skin for a social come up, and just go ahead, girl, and getting, what's that shit called? Hold on. What's that shit called? Vitiligo. She'd be better off, bitch, getting her vitiligo on, girl, and just bleaching her melanin out, girl, and identifying as a full-fledged Caucasian saltine motherfucking woman, because the failed comeback is going to be more embarrassing and embarrassingly iconic than the fall from grace was. But there's another component to this neurodivergent shit. And it has to do with the fact that I believe Nicki also is spinning this diagnosis. The bitch refuses to take the diagnosis she was given by multiple doctors. That whole schizo, bipolar diagnosis. But the bitch is such a grifter, and she's so performative, and she's so narcissistic and opportunist, as Kim has told us she is. She's so goofy. And because she's trying to plan her failed comeback by any means necessary, she's already planning her escape route, her exit stage left, so she can put out this music and start slowly rebuilding her image, which she needs, because the coin just ain't coining on the Republican side of it. They leaving her ass in a deficit with the rest of the motherfucking country. She know the gig is going to be up in 3 years. She know the country is about to get MAGA ass up out of here doing midterms and in the next national election. Girl, she knows she's cooked. She knows that the grift and the gig is going to be all the fuck the way up. But she's also, in my opinion, playing off of a real life diagnosis that real life doctors tried to give her for the sake of her well-being. And she's twisting that to her benefit. And instead of claiming the diagnosis they actually have been trying to give her, she's leaning into neurodivergent, because neurodivergency, neurospiciness, autism kind of has had a stigma removed off of it. and it's more socially acceptable to ID as a neurodivergent person without the pushback and without the shame. Since there are various levels of autism, from high functioning to low functioning autism, and this creates the perfect buffer for her, because when she starts her failed comeback, whenever the hell that will be, once again, she's going to pull a lot of shit out of Kanye West's bag. And she's going to talk about how she was ashamed to take these diagnoses from the doctors, even though this isn't the actual diagnosis, in my opinion. She got a far more extreme mental health diagnosis than autism. But of course, doctors are not going to break HIPAA and come out against Nicki and self-ID themselves and say, this bitch is lying. We never gave her a diagnosis of autism. We gave her a diagnosis of bipolar, split personality disorder, multiple personality disorder, chronic depression, schizophrenia, whatever. No doctor is going to do that and ruin their own licensing and break HIPAA by refuting her lies publicly. So she's going to be able to get away without pushback with the lie that I believe she plans on telling, which is that I was given this autistic diagnosis and, I was ashamed initially. I didn't want to embrace it initially. It took a lot of time, and it took my loving husband, and it took, my community that doesn't exist in order to, help me to deal with this, because I didn't know a lot about what it meant to be neurodivergent. And then at this time, I was also under so much stress and scrutiny, and there was a hate campaign against Chun-Li. That I was acting. I always going to be this big whole, woe is me, and blah, blah, blah. And the neurodivergency is going to be the middleman. The neurodivergency is going to be heavy on the autism, so that as she's trying to woman-splain away all of her bad behavior over the years, all of her anti-blackness, all of her anti-womanness, all of her anti-LGBTness, all of her ranting and raving against Beyonce and Rock Nation and the Perez people and the CEOs and all this motherfucking shit she started with every motherfucking body for no motherfucking reason, lying on Megan's dead mama. It's going to be heavy on the neurodivergent, because see, you always need a mental health situation in order to scoot on out of the sanctuary, to quietly step on up out of that big old thing called accountability. Even though the neurodivergency wasn't even, in my opinion, the original diagnosis, but it's going to go unchallenged. And she's going to be able to stand and grift off of that neurodivergency. And then it's going to be up to the audience to remember all of this, to remember everything that happened, to remember the last few years of what life has been like alongside the stupid motherfucker. And I think they will, because Onika really incubated and insulated herself into one of the most toxic, violent, destructive administrations yet in modern history. And just like nobody's checking for Kanye or Azealia Banks, nobody will be checking for Onika Smollett either. And the fact that people are also arguing that her musical giftedness has also been on the recent decline, and people haven't really been enjoying her music collectively, and feels like she hasn't evolved as a lyricist, and she's doing still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 A, B, C, D, E, F, and G ass rhymes, girl. Barney and Friends ass rhymes. Sesame Street ass rhymes. It's all bad. And I don't think that Black women are going to forget the way that she tried to leverage her social equity amongst the white community by giving them 72 lashes unwarrantedly on their motherfucking backs, and called them bullies because they're standing up to a system that's actively also oppressing this internalized, misogynistic, anti-black ass motherfucker herself, since she has complained about how racism and sexism and patriarchy has intersected her own motherfucking career, and then had the nerve to set herself apart from the collective of Black women who've been battling this system since Rosa Parks decided to not stand the fuck up and sit her ass at the front of the motherfucking bus while Onika was in her song Yikes trolling Rosa Parks, talking about, uh-oh, get your ass up. When the gag is, bitch, had she got her ass up, you would have had to continue to sit your ass down in them sugarcane fields, bitch, in Trinidad. Had she actually got her ass up, where you think your botched ass would have had to be? Sitting the fuck down in those fields. While she was out here trolling our civil rights leaders who have opened up the pathways for hoes like her to even have an even kill shot in a racist, sexist ass system like this. See, Onika been showing her whole card for a long time. Onika been a low-key clown for a long time. It was just hidden by so much over the topness and sensationalism in her aesthetic, and her once upon a time being a great lyricist and songstress, that the subtle taking off of the mask were going collectively unaccounted for and unnoticed. She trolled our leaders. She gaslit and narcissistically abused Little Kim, a FBA woman. She fake grifted off the LGBT community by claiming to be bisexual, but later came out when it was safe and she felt like her career had crossed a certain threshold and admitted that she's strictly dickly. And then showed the face of her homophobia on 2 different occasions. One occasion was allowing Eminem to say the F word on Roman's Revenge. And then, 2 years ago, when I had released Kenneth Petty's 1994 interrogation video, after he had essayed Jennifer Huff, that had never been seen before, her and Kenneth took to IG and did a live the same night, and he sat in her live, sitting behind her, and allowed him to call me, a card-carrying, open, gay man, the F word. Or when she fake pretended to take responsibility for opening up the whole BBL culture for Black women in her Joe Budden interview, and claimed that she felt really bad for adding to the toxic cosmetic culture, the toxic BBL culture, which has been disproportionately claiming the lives of Black women who have been taking backdoor means and black market means to get those surgeries in order to increase their desirability within this capitalistic system, and how she used her image, her messaging, her body to arouse and stimulate and encourage Black women to do the same. She sat in a Joe Budden interview and said she felt bad. And she does feel responsible for the BBL culture. Talked about how patriarchy played a major role in why she did what she did to her own body. And y'all know there was rumors when she was dating Meek Mills that her ass was dropping and they had to ass lift. They had to use a crane to lift this bitch's ass in 2 different corrective surgeries, allegedly. It was rumors that her fucking BBL had blew up like a hot air balloon, bitch. And she sat in that interview and said she felt bad. She felt bad. But then turned around and continued to make BBL music. She felt so bad about the messaging girl that she turned around and continued to shake her ass and continue to glorify her ass and continue to use her ass to market herself, to enrich herself, while recognizing that it was costing Black women to do so. Once again, the narcissism of it all. The narcissism of it all. So the signs of the times have always been there. The clownery and foolery have always been in the underbelly of it all. But because she's narcissistic, of course, like narcissists believe in the impossible. Narcissists do not understand things called consequences. They literally think that they are transcendent and they think that they have supernova powers. They think that they are special people. They think that they are exempt from accountability. They think like the impossible, even when like Titanic is going down and they're on a trajectory of a head-on collision with a heat-seeking missile. They still believe, girl, that if they put their hands out, that because they have aura, girl, that they can deflect the missile. Y'all know what Nicki Minaj is? I'm about to show y'all the perfect symbol of Nicki Minaj. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I'm about to show y'all the perfect depiction. Hold on. Oh, I hope I can find what I'm looking for, baby. I hope I can find what I'm looking for. Matter of fact, let me take this off the screen real quick. Hold on. Let me find this. Because I be fucking screaming every time I see it. Hold on. Hold on to your love. And just when I need y'all run them likes up. Run them likes up. Let me see if I can find this shit real quick. Because I need it. And watch, when I'm just doom scrolling, girl, I'm going to see it again. Let me see. Hold on. I'm coming, y'all. Run the lights up. Come on, IG. Come through, honey. I need you to come through. Oh my God. Shit. Oh, shit. Let me see. Hold on. I need this meme. Y'all have seen this meme. I know y'all have. It's a meme, y'all, of a woman being hosed down at a protest, bitch. And the police were like going down the line, and it's this saltine woman. She's standing firmly, girl, with her bicycle, and she just knows she's a bad bitch, baby. This bitch just knows she got mad aura, girl. And they're going down the line. I'm talking about blasting these protesters, girl, with this powerful, high velocity projected ass water from these damn tanks. And she's just sitting there completely unbothered, girl. She just knows that the force is with her ass. And when that water hits her motherfucking ass, that shit lifts her off her feet, lifts her bike up, baby, and blasts her motherfucking ass out of frame. And the caption is, bitch thought she had aura. That is what Onika reminds me of, is that motherfucking woman standing in total solidarity, girl, against the physics of it all. Thinking, girl, that she about to have some type of damn qualified immunity. Bitch thinking she got aura, bitch. Thinking she about to really pull this shit off, girl. And babe, mother, you're at the end, girl. You know, you're at the end of the road. Baby, you're at the end of the road, my love. This is it, girl. You better get MAGA for all they got. You better get Trump and Melania, girl, for all that they got. You better get the White House grill for all that they got. You better get those conservatives and those Republicans for all that they got, baby, cause
Needed a Michelle, bitch. And Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches to stroke your motherfucking ego. Well, fuck you, nigga.
Elevate your sense.
But this old motherfucking kid, cause Barack needed a Michelle, bitch. And Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches to stroke your motherfucking ego. Well, fuck you, nigga.
baby, we at the end of our road, baby. Girl, I will keep y'all updated on the shenanigans, girl. Will Cocaine Barbie pay down the $275K? Will Barney B help her out on her tab? Will her house be up for sale once a damn again, girl, as her collectors chase her down? Wow. Her proteges, debt collectors, chase her down. Y'all know we got to do our candle light vigil. I need y'all to put y'all lighters up, okay? We got both the protege and the mentor on the sick and shut in list, bitch. They need all y'all prayers. Y'all ain't got to give your money, baby. But y'all know we are humane over here. At the very least, we gonna pray for a bitch. Pray they get it together. Pray they stop lying. Pray they stop fake suing. Pray they stop running from their debtors. Pray they stop slandering. We just gonna pray it all the way. Oh, yes, we are. And y'all going to like, share, comment, and show some love to the motherfucking Kane, because, baby, I worked my ass off for y'all today. So put your lighters up. Let's get into some things. Y'all know we got to go out hardcore. I should have put Onika. You know what? Hold on. I got to put Onika ass up here too, baby. Let me put Onika ass up here. Let me put her up here, girl. Hold on. We got to do our candlelight vigil, child. Y'all light your candles. Put your lighters up, child. Okay, hold on. Yes, baby, because, baby, they at the end, sugar. Now, they delusional enough to not realize it, but they are at the end, girl. They at the end, girl. This is the end, baby. This is the final chapter for Freddie and his stepdaughters. Yes, hold on. Let me get it all together over here. We need another. Let me see. Y'all run the likes up. Show some love to the cam, baby. Share. Y'all know we have a good time, child. We get into the thizzle on my nizzle. No other content creator does it like I does it. Stop playing on my head up and play with them likes. Yes. All donation information is on the screen and down below. Is this what I need? Oh, yeah, this is what I need right here. Okay. So we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to remix it tonight a little bit, okay? Shout out to Boys to Men. You guys have a great night.
Girl, you know we belong together. I have no time for you to be playing my heart like this. You'll be mine forever, baby. You just me. You belong.
God, watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Then what's up? What's up? What's up? Ain't no change. Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chain. It's been 9 years. Break the chain.
Say goodbye.
You know what now? Boys and the Men, they ain't hitting it, baby. It ain't hitting it, baby. We're gonna have to go back to our original, baby, okay? Ain't nobody yet got shit on Mary, baby. Boys and to Men, girl, okay? They giving us a non-aggressive end, baby, okay? We want this whole to understand how just intense the ending is. Let's do it.
Broken heart again.
But because motherfuckers want to play with me and play God, watch me use God to clear this up.
Gotta count on me, cause I can guarantee that I'll be fine. No more.
When I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Then what's up? What's up? What's up? Ain't no change. Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chain.
Why'd I play the fool? Go through ups and downs, knowing all the time you wouldn't be around.
9 years.
Maybe
Break the chain.
Cause I was young and restless.
But because motherfuckers want to play with me and play God, watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Then what's up? What's up? What's up? Ain't no change. Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chain. It's been 9 years. Break the chain. But because motherfuckers want to play with me and play God, watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored.
When you let go of all the trauma in your life, and the free from all the pain, free from all the gain, free from all the stress, to find your happiness.
NDA, no nothing. Then what's up?
Knows where the story
What's up?
for me.
What's up? I asked God this weekend, break the chains. It's been 9 years. Break the chains. But because motherfuckers want to play with me and play God, watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Then what's up? What's up? What's up? Ain't no change. Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chains. It's been 9 years. Break the chains. But because motherfuckers want to play with me and play God, watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Then what's up? What's up? What's up? Ain't no change. Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chain. It's been 9 years. Break the chain. But because motherfuckers want to play with me and play God, watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No